All right, I'm gonna try this whole vlog thing for the weekend. We drove to Pittsburgh. Little man's passed out, but he made the trip with me. It's nap time, so we were in watching some of the squad at the 1 o'clock squad this morning or this afternoon, seeing what everybody was doing there, and nap time came about, so he wanted to come out and take a nap. So we popped out here, but we watched a little bit of squad, and surprise, urethane's going down a lane, which is okay. And actually, I went back in a little bit to watch the end of it, and some people were switching to reactive near the end, probably the last 2 games or so. So got a pretty good idea what I'm going to do, but it is the Nesbits Open here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pays $4,000 on top, $110 entry, should be a good time. But we are going to go bowl at 7 o'clock. It's 5 games, and then they make a cut and whatnot. There's one more squad tomorrow morning, and then I will update y'all, let you know how we do. All right, let me show you the bays. This place is weird. Let me open this door somehow, some way. Hold on, I got you. There's 3 bays to this place. Come over here, there's 8 lanes here on this side. And then there's 8 lanes here on this side. And then we come down here. Hey, there's my boy being good. And then there's a wall, and then there's 8 more lanes down there. So very different situation here. The bays all play different. So it's like 3 different bowling centers basically. So it's kind of neat. All right, good morning. We bowled the 7 p.m. squad last night. Didn't have a chance to update last night because it got pretty late, but we did pretty well. Used the purple hammer, the new purple hammer for the first 3 games. Bowled 100 over the first 3. And then I found a way to bowl 160 game 4, and it did not go well. I caught a pair that just hooked a bunch more. It forced me to go way left. Probably should have switched into reactive earlier. I waited till about halfway through. Didn't make the right moves, didn't make enough good shots. So I bowled 160, dropped back to 70 over, and then I bowled another 220, 230 or whatever the last game to get to about 100 over, 97 over. I was second in the squad, so we looked pretty good. So we now we cut to the top 16 of each day or each squad. So there's 3 16-person brackets. Everybody bowls 2 game total pinfall matches, and we get down to the final 2 in every bracket. So there's 2 in each bracket, so 6 bowlers total, and we go to round robin match play, 6 game round robin to figure out who's going to win the tournament. So it pays $4 grand on top. Should be pretty good. We're here now at Nesbits Lanes. If you can see the sign, where's the sign? I can't see the sign. The door's in the way. That's all right. So we're at Nesbits here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or Plum, Pennsylvania, technically, and getting ready to go here. The 3rd squad is finishing up right now, and we are going to get our urethanes ready to rock one more time, and make sure we have, I got a Zenith hybrid that actually might come into play because it's super smooth and allows me to create smooth transition down lane. So we're gonna see what we got, but stay tuned for some footage of that. We'll see you later. All right, match one done. Ended up winning that one pretty easily. I was pulled 190, 250. I actually had to throw a bad shot and miss right to be able to see what I needed my ball to do. So we used purple hammer. Actually, I had to go around the lane a little bit more. I was trying to go too direct. I was playing in this weird funk where there was a little bit of tightness to the left, and then I found that there was all kinds of hook to the right. So as soon as I moved a little left and threw it at the gutter, it started hooking a little bit more, and I could actually get the ball to go to the pins. So got to stay on the same pair to bowl the winner of the other match that was on our pair, and we'll see if we can't move on again. All right, so we ended up finishing third, which wasn't a bad event. Ran into some trouble, had a couple of really good matches there. First match you guys already saw and heard. I won that one. I think I bowled 450. I bowled 190, 250. The very next match, we bowled on the same pair. Finally got lined up properly once I bowled that 250. I started the match with 300, so I had about 100 he bowled 2 teens, so I had about a 90 pin lead, and ended up bowling 248 the last game. So I ended up winning that one pretty easily. He bowled 2 teen again, so felt bad because the scores were low, and he bowled 430 basically, which would have been good enough to win most matches. And he just caught me on that pair that I started striking on. So it was pretty good. Ended up moving on to the third match. The winner of the third match actually determines who goes to the not step ladder, but the round robin finals. And I bowled a really good first game. Again, I bowled 256. He ended up only bowling 166. So now I got a 90 pin lead. Pretty comfortable. And all of a sudden I just started throwing it bad, and ball reaction started going away. It got down to the 9th and 10th. He was bowling 250 again. If I didn't double in the 10th, he could have thrown all 3 to beat me by 1. And I actually ended up doubling in the 10th, bowling 177. He bowled 258. So I ended up winning by like 19. So made it interesting in that match, but ended up moving on to the final 6 games of round robin match play. And Brandon Novak basically ran us over. And he just struck forever. I mean, he started out, I bowled him the first game on the worst pair in the building, 13 and 14, and I somehow bowled a clean 200 to start, which was a pretty good game, but he bowled 2 teen, which actually probably was 240 because he missed 2 spares. He missed 2 10 pins in that game for 2 teen, so he should have mollywopped me worse than that. And then he bowls like 240, 240, 250 the next 3, and he's got a huge lead. I ended up finishing third. I had to hit 13 and 14 again in game 5, and I bowled 150. I couldn't figure that pair out. It was rough, it was frustrating. And then I bowled 190 to finish out. I mean, I had a 200 pin lead over fourth, but I was 100 pins back from second and 200 and something back from Novak. So I finished third pretty comfortably, but not a very good performance overall. I thought it was actually lackluster. I think I got tired, 12 games in. It was pretty rough for me. I'm getting old, so no, it wasn't that bad. It was a pretty good performance. I was pretty happy with how my purple hammers rolled. I actually got to use the new one quite a bit more than the old one. The old one seemed to go too straight this time. I needed the earlier roll from the new one, so worked out pretty well. Finished third, and now we're back home, back at the shop for a day, working on the camper, getting ready for the next events. Next week we have I got an event in Cleveland. Big tournament in Cleveland. I think he's paying $5,000 or something if he gets the entry, something along those lines. And then a couple days later, we have a regional in Minster, Ohio. It's Mike and Doug Davison's tournament. They're running a regional out there, so they have to do it in the midweek because I think it was probably scheduled the same time as Coldwater, and Coldwater's that following weekend. So I'm taking this camper. I'm going to fix this camper up, and I'm going to. I'll show you guys the results and everything once I have it. Maybe I'll show some pictures on here so you guys can see, what it looks like now and some of the improvements I've already made, and kind of go from there and you guys can see. But I'm going to take it with me to all these stops next week. I'm not going to stay in it but a couple of days. We got a couple of down days, so I'm taking the boy with me for the week, and he's going to go camping with me for a couple of days. I think Monday, Tuesday we'll be able to go camping, practice on Wednesday and bowl the tournament, or no, Sunday and Monday we'll camp, practice on Tuesday, and we bowl the tournament Wednesday, Thursday, and then we can then we head to Coldwater Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's gonna be fun. Looking for that national title on Saturday, or maybe regional title before that. Get title number 5 for me. That'd be nice. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you. We will see you guys for some updates and some more bowling and some more training and some more all that stuff. So until next time, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later.